Welcome to Mystic Moons. How is everyone doing today? It is a bright morning where I am. Nothing quite spectacular in terms of mornings, but it definitely is not a winter morning, although it is chilly outside. It's amazing the difference light makes. How the sunlight shines. Today I'm actually fulfilling a request by someone from almost maybe a month ago. She asked about a love reading for the Cancerian collective. I did so many love readings prior. I want to give it a little bit of time before doing this one. This reading, by the way, will take a little bit of time. There's going to be two parts with this reading. First part is going to be a general reading on love. What is in your energy regarding love? That's what will be explored. Second part of this reading will be the 12 zodiac sign breakdown, in which we'll go through all 12 signs and see what your energy or how the other signs are relating to you. We'll get started in just a moment. Okay. I may have to move my little cat out of the way. We'll see. So I won't be timestamping this reading if you're watching it after the fact, but this reading, as I said, is divided up into two parts. If you are watching it after the fact, or if you want to come back and you're interested in one part more than the other, the whole reading will probably take about an hour. And the love reading will probably be about maybe about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, somewhere around there. And the second part of the reading will be after that, and probably each sign will be about 3 to 5 minutes. Let's see. How to see, no matter what kind of table I use, I never quite have that much room. There's always a muse in front of me. Anyway, thank you for the like. Yes, if you appreciate my time and energy, do let me know. Do give me a thumbs up. Particularly motivating in cases like these with that take so much time. Okay, let's see. I may have to give her a treat or a kibble. Let me give her a treat or a kibble so that we have this space here. Come on, little girl. Give it this tasty little girl. Come on. There we go. You would like to be a moderator. I think I get that many trolls. But if you'd like to go and remove anyone who's insulting to another person or writes questionable content, well, why don't you tell me if you were to moderate? Well, we could try it. Why not? As I said, my channel is small. But I do ask that anyone who's posting anything derogatory, remove that. Whether it's to other people or saying it's like, you know, whatever. Let's see. Okay. There you go. For the reading, make sure you do give me a thumbs up, Sasha. And thank you for your assistance. So yes, this is a reading for the Cancerian collective. That would be a Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising, definitely a Cancer Venus. Maybe you have significant planets in Cancer. Maybe you have a 7th house or a 4th house in Cancer. Maybe you have a Cancer Jupiter or a Cancer Lilith. Perhaps a Cancer Juno as well. Think about your chart and think about the energies that are there. Oh, thank you. Of course, for subscribers, I do appreciate anyone who wants to join the channel of Mystic Moons and see the work that's explored here. Thank you for the likes. Wow, thank you. And we also have memberships open too. Do consider becoming a member for $10. There are perks to that. There will also be complimentary members only pulls or, compliments for moonwalkers, as well as some other perks that are there. And I think that's all that I have to go and say. If you do feel called to Cancer, check out the other readings that are done. There are also some other love readings that I think are interesting. Hello, Ducky. Worth checking out. So let's see. So Cancer right now, your energy in love for the Cancerian collective. I think I shuffled these cards enough. I have a 3 of Cups, Cancer, Cancerian energy, 8 of Pentacles. A lot of investment, Cancer, to go and get to be the person that you are today. Sounds good. So I'm going to be focusing on the reading. I will go and take a look when I'm done with the first reading, but typically I don't look at the chat in between there. But sounds good. Thank you. Okay. So 3 of Cups with 8 of Pentacles. We have some Cancerian energy here with some Virgo coming out. Cancer, though, this is talking about the impact you have on people based on who you have grown to be. You know, there are some, do I call it maturity? Do I call it lessons? You know, there's something, Cancer, about how you interact with people, how you affect people. And Cancer, one could say with this other energy coming up here, Queen of Wands, 10 of Wands, Queen of Wands, 3 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles. By extending yourself to others, Cancer, by taking chances, Cancer, also too by being firm, Cancer, in what you want, what you don't want, what you'll stand for, Cancer, what you won't stand for. I think as we're talking about that kind of energy that is drawing people to you right now, or how people are particularly seeing probably your boundaries, Cancer. And also too, Cancer, you know how much to go and put into energy that you know how much energy to put into relationships, Cancer. This is nobody's fool, Cancer. This is open to connections, open to people, Cancer. But it's not like, Cancer, you can be sold fantasies. The things that will make you happy at this point, Cancer, at this time, Cancer, are real, authentic things that have depth. Let's go and see some more. 3 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles. I have a Queen of Swords, another Queen of Wands, and Death. Interesting, Cancer. Your energy right now towards love, you're going to have to be sorting through a lot. Thank you for the like. You gravitate. People are gravitating towards you in this energy. Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, and Death. People will definitely be gravitating towards you. But Cancer, not all of them are quality, or what quality is to you, Cancer. Who you spend time with, Cancer, what kind of patterns you can see from the types of people coming towards you, Cancer. Cancer, take a closer look at those coming to you offering friendship. One moment. This is like a little too many blue things here for me. I just want to add. Okay, well, as I said before, I don't really read the comments until I'm done. If anyone else wants to chime that into that, to the person, that would be great. But back to what I have here. Cancer, I have discernment coming up for you. I see people that you have to go and choose. Who do you deal with and who don't you deal with? And I do see a lot of movement here too, Cancer. Movement because as well, who you spend your time with, who's worth spending your time with. And Cancer, this goes beyond just love. We're talking about sociability. social circles. That's the kind of energy that we're dealing with. We'll go and clarify. Energies coming up here, Cancer. I do read my queens as cardinals. I have some Libra energy accompanying the Cancer and Virgo energy. I have Aries, and I have Scorpio. But we're definitely talking about discernment, about how you spend your time. Also, too, Cancer, shifting values here with death. So, Sasha, I'm going to ask if you can please not talk to me while I'm doing my readings, okay? Because I focus on this. It's not really back and forth until I'm done. Otherwise, I get distracted. So this reading is going to take me about 15 to 20 minutes. And then the second part of the readings, they're like 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's just distracting for me. So I'm fine with communicating afterwards, but when I'm doing this, like I already have my cats in the background and sometimes they're a little noisy. That's a little distracting. But let me finish this. Okay, thank you. So yeah, I just trust you to moderate. If anyone says anything bad, please remove it. And but let me do this. Otherwise, then it just sits there until I notice it. Okay. So let's go and take a look, Cancer. At death. Come on, Chi-Chi. So death, Cancer, gets the Knight of Pentacles, Temperance, and a 6 of Swords. You know, actually, I'm going to wrap up this part of the reading and then I'm going to come back and I think just do this one more time. And, you know, Sasha, if you want to moderate on that, that's fine. It's just that this one I think has just gotten I've gotten a little too distracted, but I'll come back in like 5 or 10 minutes. But I'm going to wrap this up really quickly, just for the people that are watching this message. And I'm going to do one more because, as I said, this reading takes about an hour and I don't really like I need to recenter myself. So for the people watching in this reading, and do check back in maybe about 10 minutes for the next one I'll do. But with Death, Knight of Pentacles, Temperance, 6 of Swords, Cancer, we're talking about a process of discernment that's taken a period of time. You know, Cancer, what worked for you before is not going to work for you now. Like, in other words, Cancer, well, we have discernment here. You know, there's still things that you want, Cancer, but before, when you would give more leeway, more, I don't even want to call it more grace, you give more rope, Cancer, to people who could offered to give you, Cancer, what you'd like. You gave them time, you gave them effort, you gave them space, at least to see where it goes. And Cancer, it's here is like, you know, those conditions of who you would give time to, that's changed. And that is changing, Cancer. And it doesn't really matter about what kind of pressures or what kind of needs, or even, Cancer, one could say here with 6 of Swords, what kind of partnerships, what kind of loneliness, lack of partnerships that you have, Cancer. You're finding your own center, and your own center cannot be shaken, Cancer. by other people as easily as it could before. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands gets 9 of Wands, 10 of Cups, Knight of Cups. And, you know, Cancer, here's someone too who is very I was waiting for the right partnership to come up, waiting for the right partnership, perhaps in this energy too, Cancer, waiting to be noticed. But, you know, Queen of Wands isn't necessarily someone who can be charmed by anything that comes up there. Things have to be a certain quality, a certain standard. Thank you for the like. They have to be at that level. With a Knight of Cups, open to love, Cancer, but it has to be the right sort of connections. You know, Cancer, low-level things, also to, let's just say low-level connections, Cancer, is not an interest. You have a high sense of value here, and also too a high sense of what you want. What kind of relationship dynamics do you want in this energy? You know, Cancer, there's a filtering process here, much like one filters out when we get water, right? We filter the sediments out of water. That Queen of Wands is your filter. Queen of Wands, almost in this energy, is that protective alignment, Cancer, that allows you to shut down things that are not a match immediately. Okay, Cancer. First of all, in this energy, and I am going to do this reading again in a few minutes, as I said, just because I got distracted with this. So you get 2 love readings today. But first of all, in this message of love, Cancer, I see a lot of people coming towards you. And right now, it's a social period. Right now, you're a magnetic period. Cancer, not everybody who's approaching you is going to be a match. You know, Cancer, it's not even like the type of people who are approaching you now would be the type of people who you would have liked before. Cancer, it's just something about your energy that makes people think that they have an avenue, they have a platform, they have an opening to deal with you, to learn more about you. But Cancer, whatever motivations they have to coming towards you, it's not your concern. And I think, Cancer, with a little bit of interaction, you're going to see quite clearly who and what you're dealing with, who and what they are, and what they offer. Cancer, I see a lot of sorting through potential connections that are coming your way. I don't see you settling for anything. Cancer, I see in that energy, which is actually rather curious, Cancer. This is all like pause. Well, not pause, the moment right before movement. You know, Cancer, if you watch, have you ever seen that cat shaking gif with Shaquille O'Neal? I think it's Shaquille O'Neal. That the cat shakes and then Shaquille O'Neal shakes before it jumps. Cancer, there's a whole bunch of energy here. It's like, Cancer, the more that you sort and curate the people around you, who you allow to spend time with, the better quality of people come, Cancer. It's not necessarily like you meet people while being in the company of others, Cancer. This is like solitary energy. And each person that comes by, Cancer, is of a better quality than the next. Cancer, what I have in this first part of the reading is a caution, a highlight. That right now, in terms of love, Cancer, I see you being a curator. Cancer, much better to go and be in your own independent energy, Cancer, than align yourself with subpar energies. Cancer, you go and obtain what you want. You'll find what you want, Cancer, remaining in your own independent energy. Better to be alone, Cancer, than to go and entertain lower vibrational energies. Lesser people, Cancer. Lesser people, Cancer. You can tell exactly where they're at. Signs, Cancer. Let's go and see here real quick if there's any predominance of signs, or I see we have some eights coming up here. We're talking about destiny here in that energy. Let's see. I have significant eights, Cancer. So, yeah, think about it as eights and threes. The people who you meet, Cancer, the people who you align yourself with, is not coincidental in this energy. It's not coincidental, but also too, Cancer, who you're dealing with, it's for a period of time, right? It's for you to, it's like, you know, the universe is presenting, will you settle for this? Will you accept that? It's a sorting process, Cancer. The universe is asking, what do you want? Who do you want? What will you accept in this energy for your companions overall? Energies besides that, Cancer, I do have a strong Pisces. We are in Pisces season. Could also be someone with Pisces energy. I have some Scorpio energy coming up. 3 major signs would be Pisces, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. Lesser energies would be Aries, Capricorn, Libra, Aquarius, Virgo. So, Cancer, do come back on the channel at about, come back right now. It's like, daylight savings time. It's like 8:06. Come back in about 10 minutes. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to finish out the reading with a 12-sign zodiac and pull one more sign on love. This one I got a little distracted. And I don't see the point in pulling a full message when I got distracted. Okay, so come back and check me out there. Thank you, everyone, for the likes. Come back in a little bit. Thank you.